Apologies, it's like really sunny here for some reason. Hold on. Hey, so I wanted to do a really quick little vlog about E3. I'm gonna do one kind of about the jobs that I've been doing and stuff like that, which has been really, really cool. But I kind of wanted to do like my top picks of E3. I don't know how much you guys watched it or how much you kind of stayed in touch, but obviously this year there was no kind of giant, oh sorry, it's me putting my foot on the table. There wasn't any kind of like big reveals in kind of the same way that we secretly kind of want. But I thought it was quite consistent. And I do feel like, sorry, it's me moving my foot again, that I actually came away with a lot of games in my calendar that I was thinking, actually, I really want to play these. I suppose the first one is BioWare's Anthem. Now, I didn't really get on with Destiny. Didn't really get on with the plot. Found it a bit annoying and thought they should have just made it multiplayer instead of saying that it had single player, and actually the single player was beyond terrible. So, yeah, I didn't, oh, Dryer, sorry. I should have really planned this better. But yeah, so it's BioWare, so it's gonna have to be a plot of some kind. It looks a bit like Destiny, also looks a bit like Titanfall. Kind of looks really spacey and stuff. So obviously we don't know much about it, but that is one I'm penciling in as hopefully will be good. Metro Exodus, again, not super refreshing or whatever. I played the other two games, I completely loved them, so, and I don't feel like I'm bored with that story yet. It's been enough kind of time in between that I'll go back and I'll play that. But nothing like really revolutionary. Days Gone, like when I originally saw that trailer with all of them chasing that dude over the top of a roof and there were loads of zombies, I was like, oh, fuck that. It just looked so stressful and frustrating, and I thought, no. But now that we've kind of seen a little bit more of Days Gone, and obviously there's totally like a Last of Us vibe about it, which is no bad thing. All right, let's have a chat, I'll play you. There was another game that was called Observer that Xbox talked about, where it's like this weird dystopian future where you have to solve crimes by firing stuff into people's brains and then going through like their psyche or something. It sounded like, and like the level you played was a bit like that bit in Minority Report, you know, where he gets his eyes replaced and those little spidery things come after you. It sort of reminded me a bit of that. And then you go through like his mind and it's all disjointed and you walk forward and then the corridors disappear and you're just completely confused. I thought that was really good. But then someone was telling me that they got some hands-on with Elijah Wood's thing, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. Elijah Wood started this company up and he's making like a VR experience. And someone was explaining this to me and it basically sounds exactly like Observer. So there's obviously like a lot of people thinking about this stuff at the moment. But love that. Mental. Sounds a bit like, oh, what was that really early, what was that movie? Jennifer Lopez's The Cell. That was messed up, but like visually incredible. So interested. Detroit Become Human, still really excited about that. It looks a little bit better than Beyond Two Souls. I loved Heavy Rain. Plus also the motivation to give sentient robots and whatever, like human rights, I'm completely down for. I would do any mission in that game because I believe in rights for all. Anyway, looks really, really cool. Really want to actually play that. I kind of want to know a little bit more about it then. Beyond Good and Evil. So I never played the first. I never had that thing where everyone gets really excited about it. So I'm coming at it like 100% fresh. Like I didn't play, It looks really cool. It looks kind of like a wicked like Luc Besson movie, right? You know, the guy from like The Fifth Element, looks a bit like that. But it looks kind of like really futuristic and just cool. Like regardless of anything to do with the franchise, it just looks like a really cool standalone game. Want to know more about that? Far Cry 5, of course, Wolfenstein, New Colossus, the Shadow of Colossus. They should have combined the two, Wolfenstein with the Shadow of Colossus. Oh my God. You climb up giant Nazis and destroy them and ride around on a horse-shaped tank. I should never make video games. A Way Out, that also looked really, really cool. Although, what if you don't have friends? Then what? At least with brothers, you could use the two different analog sticks yourself. The Last Night, which was that kind of like mid-90s, looks like a point and click Blade Runner game, which looked amazing, apart from all the kind of Twitter furore that happened afterwards that made me kind of like the game less. I can't help it. It's really hard to not dislike a game when someone comes across being a bit of a D-bag. I don't know, I'm not quite sure where it is right now or how it's been resolved. So hopefully maybe it will be, because I really want to play that game because it just looks so cool. Why haven't I played a Blade Runner pixely old school version point and click game yet? I mean, you got Star Wars Battlefront 2. I wasn't a massive fan of the first one. I like Star Wars. I'm not gonna splooge and jizz in my pants about it though. It does look nice. To be fair, I didn't actually get any hands-on with it, so I'm basing this on nothing. Spider-Man, everyone got really excited about Spider-Man, but it basically just looks like a Batman game. Like the combat, and then like a bunch of cutscenes, which didn't excite me at all. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, but Batman was really good. Yes, the Arkham games were great, but if you're gonna kind of redo like a big franchise, something like something like Spider-Man, come on, man, do something a little bit different. Those irritatingly long cutscenes have been in like every frickin' Spider-Man game. I know it will be solid, but is it wrong just to expect a little bit more? I want something different. I kind of want something different every time, which is impossible, and I've set every game maker an impossible task that they cannot do anything with, because it'd be impossible. It's like creating new kind of music every time you make music. I don't want to hear that jazz or popular music that I keep hearing. Do something different. Well, the gaming, you can do different things more. Middle-earth Shadow of War, I thought that looked really cool, because the last one, when you were going around with the Nemesis system and fighting all these orcs, I got a bit like whatever about it. But that dude, like one of them was like Australian and like really mouthy. And I was like, you know what? That kind of makes more sense. They're not just random orc. You're like, oh, dude, it's that really big Australian one who's like really funny, which makes them more memorable. I don't know why they don't make characters more memorable in games, especially when you have to go through a giant list of them. Also, they had guys cosplaying as the orcs, although technically not cosplaying. They were actually funded by Warner Brothers or whatever. They were hilarious. They were just going around insulting everyone. It was one of the best things I've ever seen at E3. It was so, they just didn't like full proper, you know, make up weird teeth and calling everyone pricks. It was fantastic.
Hello! My name's Reckless. I'm coming live here for the E3 convention. I want to shout out to my homies up in Mordor. Have a good time. Take care.
Obviously, there were some sort of glaring omissions like Last of Us 2, and I really want to know more about that because I really desperately want to play it. Although saying that, if it came out too quickly, I'd be really annoyed. And you know, new Uncharted game, yeah, I'll play it, but I do have a lot of love for Nathan Drake. It's kind of cool they're going like a different route with it, but yeah, it's not Nathan Drake. I don't know how I feel about these things. Yes, that's kind of like my roundup of E3. Let me know what games you're really, really excited about, and I'll see if I can get people drunk and sneak information out of them or something. Don't forget to check out my E3 vlog as well, which will be really fun because I had the best time hosting Windy Pops. I keep drinking Coke in this country because it's refillable and it ruins me. I had the best time at E3 hosting for Xbox and for the BBC. It's just been incredible. I love being out here. So yeah, thanks for watching, bye!